Hello, welcome so much to Soleil's Tarot. My name is Isabel, and we're looking at what messages are here for you from your higher self. So let's get started and see what we've got for pile number 1, 2, or 3. I'll leave this out for you, and I'll get back to you shortly. Welcome, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at what your higher self wants to tell you at this very moment. What do you need to know? What are we looking at here? All right. Well, I feel this one right here. We've got the prison wave, self-sabotage, poverty and consciousness. And we've got hitting the mark, intention, detachment. All right. So first of all, we see somebody that is preoccupied with feelings and emotions and possibly poverty of consciousness, like thinking too much and self-sabotaging their ideas and their situation. So this could be this is all inner, as the inner self wants to tell you that this is an inner conflict that you are currently having that is not assisting you achieve the goals. And the Arrow Master is expressing that you have to hit the market, but hit the mark, but with intention. Sometimes you feel a little bit detached of the situation, or you should feel detached of the situation in order to be able to hit that mark, the one that you're wanting to hit. So I feel like this is has to do with the feelings and emotions that you have that are telling you that you're not able to achieve what you want, and that hitting the mark is not as you're not as confident of hitting the mark as you should. Your higher self wants to tell you that this is not the way that you should be seeing yourself, that you've got so much more to give. And let's see why is this? Why is this? So we've got the Fool, the Empress in reverse, and we've got the Nine of Wands. So I feel like this is also a commitment with yourself, not being able to move along, not being able to see things clearly with who you are and where you need to go. This is a self-image situation as well, and also a you can't even see that leap of faith of moving forward. I'm sensing that this could be also, like I said, health. It could be health-related issues that I'm seeing that are impeding you of seeing things clearly. But I also feel like this could be also a situation where you cannot move on from certain things, aspects in your life, because of that empowerment that you're not seeing right now. What else do we need? Higher self, please advise. What else pile number 1 needs to know? What are... All right, this one doesn't want to give me anything, so let's move on to another one here and see if higher self wants to tell me something. All right, so God, did I make too much noise there? So we've got quite a bit here for you. So we've got the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Son of Swords. We've got the Nine of Coins, the Daughter of Coins, which is the Page. And also we've got the Justice card. So what does your higher self want to tell you? Well, I feel like that they're telling you that you have to be confident with your life. You have to be confident enough to know that not only are you able to express yourself, but you have that fiery action, that fiery sense in yourself that needs to come out. I feel like the Son of Swords is saying that you have to go in with a bang, that you, in order to hit that mark and intention, you see how the colors are very similar, and detach yourself from certain emotions is by taking control of your emotions, by taking that fiery you and, going head on with it, not even thinking of what consequences are, because I feel like this is where that self-sabotage comes in, and that you're not seeing directly where you're coming from and how beautiful you are. Your higher self is saying that you can achieve anything that you want. Your goals are endless, and that you have to still plant the seeds though. You have to be able to acknowledge that having your back first and planting seeds of whatever you want, especially in income, because this could be, like I said, this could be something that that you weren't seeing, but it also could be a health related issue, could be also planting new seeds into your income and seeing your wishes come true. I feel like this is all about balancing as well. The Justice card is also saying that you will receive the goods accordingly. Your higher self is saying that once you get, this is all about mind, your mind. Anything is achievable through your mind. Everything is achievable based on you feeling good about yourself. The idea of you not being able to move on or moving forward into a situation is all in your head. This is where you need to step out of it and be able to create your new path. Your higher self is saying, I will help you create that new path, but you have to let go of certain ideas and certain situations that no longer serve you. I feel like with the Justice card, she's basically evoking a new sense of fire in you, a new sense of freedom, and also saying, you know what, even though we're trying to balance out, I'm here for a fight. I'm here to be able to assist you in any way possible, and I'm here to take on any terrain, because as you can see, she's in high grass. She's also has the trees in the back, and like also the mountains in the back, and saying, I will take it all for you. I feel like this is also has to do with your higher self explaining that any option available to you is not always as hard as it seems. Okay, you have to be able to see what your options are and be able to not just take one, but be able to see which one is the right path for you. I feel like there's a lot of agony here in regards to committing to a certain idea or a certain situation in your life, and that you're feeling sometimes way too stressed out in order for it to comply to what goals you want. I feel like sometimes you lose track of your goals, and your higher self is saying, you know what, you've got to try to see what options are there and go with your gut feeling, and not just like your head. You see how she's holding her head is because she can't believe what she wants, how she's going to get it, and how it's achievable, because she's thinking from the head and not the heart. We've got the Three of Coins here that's saying, like I said, the higher self is ready and willing to help you, put the puzzle together, help you achieve those goals. But I feel like you have to be the one that is setting that intention by knowing exactly what you want. And then your higher self is going to be able to help you with that. I feel like with the 10 of coins, that this is a rewarding factor for you once you achieve those goals, and once you let higher self be able to help you in this situation. It's almost like you're so I was going to say blinded, but almost deaf in that sense with the imprisonment, that you're not really getting the hearing, the listening skills in order to be able to hear the knock. Okay, so I think that you have to open up your mind and open up your heart and let your higher self help you. I also feel like this is also a spiritual guide that is coming your way, not just your higher self, that's saying that they've got your back, especially with the Three of Coins, that your higher self and your spirit guide will be working hand in hand. Welcome, pal number 2. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at your higher self and what does your higher self want to tell you. So let's start off with, we've got breaking barriers. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom, and proceeding softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. So let's see what else we've got. One more here. And soaring into joy, childlike wonder fills my life. So, wow, pile number 2. This is very exciting already with your higher self. Basically saying that you're beyond limitations, that you are carrying on and breaking barriers, that you're proceeding in a softly manner, and that you're soaring into joy. So this is all very exciting for you. It's almost like you've actually made your path already worthy, and that you've actually created already a lot of moments, exciting moments in your life and path that they're very excited to share with you. So let's see what else your higher self would like to tell you, because I feel like this is such a welcoming enjoyment. All right. So we've got the Hangman I guess in reverse. I was going to say upside down. And we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse. And we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Cups. And the 2 of Pentacles. And let's see what else we get here. What does pile number 2 need to know? Higher self? Anything you'd like to share? All right. And we've got the King of Swords. All right. So pile number 2. What can we say about your reading right now? So obviously, like I specified that breaking barriers and that you're proceeding softly, but really, really enjoying your life right now. I feel like the Hangman also is saying that that you are also getting unstuck in whatever it is that was burdening you at one point or another. So I feel like this is all positive. Positivity that's coming your way, even including your higher self wants to tell you that the burdens are no longer really in effect, that some of it that you've been working on a lot of taking care of yourself, and you've been working on a lot of the past issues that you've had. I feel like with the Queen of Cups in reverse, that you're still dealing with certain aspects of your life that you are, and I feel like this is very much into the breaking barriers, is that you're finally starting to realize your potential and starting to realize where you need to go. I think that your higher self is saying to not only, I feel like equalize, this is what I'm getting, equalize, and also expect love and compassion. Maybe you have not been in the past in a certain state of mind where you have had love for others, or maybe you haven't had had enough love and enjoyment for others because of certain aspects in your life with the 10 of Wands and the Hangman that had not been very well for you. Maybe you've gone through some trauma in when you were younger and you were working on it, but I feel like you're overcoming a lot of this. You're overcoming a lot of these situations, and I feel like you're taking that path on of serenity and being joyful. You can tell here by the way she's kind of leaning into the air and very childlike, but also the feeling of joy comes back into her life. You can see like how the wind is kind of flowing in one direction. The wind is flowing in the same direction with the King of Swords. And also he is kind of leaning towards the same area. And I feel like this is very much saying that you're stepping into that it's almost like a picture frame. I feel like both of them, like they're pictures that you're comfortable where you are, and that the wind is actually flowing in that direction where you need to be. I also see the wind flowing in that direction with the 2 of Pentacles. So against that balancing act with the King of Swords. Could be also somebody that in your life that is actually helping you with that balance. It could be, there's two things that I'm seeing here. It could be either somebody that you're seeing as a psychologist, or somebody that is helping you with any traumatic events from the past, or also somebody that is come into your life, like a love relationship that is helping you achieve those balancing and joyful moments in your life that you weren't expecting at one point to have. I also see the the sun. And again, this is one of the most joyful cards in the deck. And again, we see the childlike kids in the floor, kind of playing and so forth. I feel like you're going back into that childish youthfulness of your own that you had lost quite a while ago. I feel like with the sun, you're evoking that experience back into your life of seeing, like if you see that here with the sun kind of peeking in here and seeing the greenery here happening, I feel like you have commenced this journey and now you're becoming so much more, everything has become so much clearer. Feel like you're leaving things behind. This one is such an unclear one because it's so dark, but you see the Seven of Swords here by somebody taking on and leaving some swords behind and kind of leaning towards the darkness versus the light. I feel like somebody that you were dealing with at one point or another is actually leaving the path and leaving your life completely and actually moving on, because it no longer serves you, and you already feel much more comfortable with yourself and with who you're becoming, that even your higher self is saying, you know what, let that go, let that person in your life that no longer serves you, and even if it's already gone out of your physical life, let them go in your spiritual life, and let them go out of your mind, because this person is just no longer serving you in any sense, shape, or form. The Five of Coins we've got here, and also we've got the Seven of Staff. This is a balancing again of the way you're feeling emotionally. Sometimes it's hard to let people go, and sometimes it's hard to recognize what we don't have because of the fact that we're looking too much of what we have in money, possessions, whatever it is, and that I feel like you are going to be looking a little bit more within and not looking at the materialism that you have left behind. So I feel like you're leaving things behind as you go, and you're feeling happier as you go as well. Maybe you had something that was relatable to not just financial but material, or someone else that you needed to leave behind in order to be able to feel free and be able to have that path. The Seven of Staff is one of my favorite cards because it shows the person meditating, but it also shows where the meditation is coming from, and it's coming from the heart area, and it's illuminating just like the sun. So it's creating that balance within you of being able to love yourself and then be able to fight anything else that comes. So I believe, and I feel like very strongly about this, that your higher self is saying to fight for yourself. Okay, find yourself, fight for yourself. You've already done a lot of the hard work. You already have to deal with a lot of emotions and balancing, but you've got great person with you. You've been challenging yourself to be able to recognize your child, the child within you, and able to let go of people that no longer serve you. Welcome, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at your higher self and what does your higher self want to tell you at this very moment. So we're looking at embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positive today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Wow, lovely message there from your higher self. Let's see what else we can get from this and see what else higher self wants to tell you. Pile number 3, is there anything for pile number 3 that they should know? higher self, please advise if there's anything else we should know. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Swords. All right, so what does your higher self want to tell you? Well, first of all, we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, so something that you're not seeing right now, you're not walking away from the situation, you're still feeling very sad and painful about something. I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it could be also a monetary aspect, or it could be something that you've been working extremely hard to achieve and setting roots in that hasn't come out yet for you. The higher self is also explaining that maybe perhaps this is also that time to chill out and rest. With the Four of Swords, there's something that is really, really bothering you, but I feel like it's time to take a step back. Where it says that it's things that you need to be positive and repel those negative thoughts. I feel like this has to do with some of that. I feel like there's some aspect in your life right now that you're not very happy with, and that I feel like you're portraying a lot of negative thoughts into it. And that's the reason why a higher self is saying, okay, you know what? You need to chill for a little bit and maybe relax and see the things for what they are. And expecting something to happen right now might not be exactly the answer that you want or need. Let's see what else we can find out here. Oh. All right, so we've got the Ace of Swords, the Four of Staffs, and the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Coins. All right. Okay. So remember how we're saying, okay, take a chill. All right. I feel like that once you have that time to rest and think things clearly, I feel like that this is where that new idea will come in. New situation in your life with the Ace of Swords. I feel like this is like that pattern of with the Four of Staffs that is going to be creating a lot of movement and a lot of joy back into your life. Your higher self wants to say, you know what, maybe sometimes we need a new idea in order to be able to rejoice, but also think of our options and also be able to leave those unnecessary options behind and unnecessary people behind that might not be fulfilling us. What is it that is happening? It's also like it says here, it's happening is that you're changing your energy. And I can totally see this from this reading, is that with you leaving things behind that no longer serve, is totally changing that energy in regards to you and abundance and money. So I feel like that sometimes things have to change and letting go, and especially with the Hangman, you're letting go of any certain situations and you're being able to actually deal with things differently, and you're seeing the strength within you and that positivity coming through. That abundance that you're looking for and seeking is that also that confidence level that you are that you will be experiencing once you receive those acknowledgments and new ideas that are set in motion for you. I feel like your higher self is also saying, you know what, think about it as when you were a child too. What fears did you have as a child? Where did you find your strength from? You know, when you were upset about something, or when you were feeling sad or even scared, what did you do as a child? Did you run away from the situation? Did you confront it? Did you tell somebody? Maybe that's time now for you to say something to somebody, right? The thing is that it's all about options for you. Pile number 3, and all your options are sitting there waiting for you. With the Four of Cups, this is also has to do with emotions and not seeing things clearly. You're seeing that everything is behind you and not in front of you, because you're looking outwards for something bigger and better. And sometimes the options are actually available to you, but in a different way. Your higher self is saying, you know what, you've got direction, you have a new direction to take. Okay, see that direction for what it is. Maybe leave things behind that no longer serve you. Okay, and choose that path. I always find the Two of Staffs is actually she's holding on to those two staffs or wands or whatever. But she's also taking a leap of faith somewhere onto the unknown as well. I find that also with all the desert in front and behind, that she's going into a nowhere land, maybe nowhere that you have gone before. So this is time to let go, like I said, of certain ideas, let go of certain situation past, and see things for clearly for what they are, and looking at your new direction, even if it might be scary, but look at it in that direction of that childlike situation. We've got also the High Priestess. And I see this also as a journey. So your higher self is saying take this journey as also a spiritual journey. Follow your heart, follow the rhythm of your own song. Okay, express yourself in that way, the way that you are meant to express yourself. Okay, I feel like that you've been holding yourself back because of all your negative thoughts, and you've been holding yourself back a lot. And pile number 2 has done exactly the same thing. A lot of it is self-sabotage. I think pile number 1 had pile number 2 had self-sabotage, I believe. Anyways, if you have time, check it out. But and see, it might be also something that you might want to look into. But it's saying to kind of go with your own rhythm and be able to enjoy yourself, and think of it as being yourself again. That's what your higher self is saying. Being yourself again, being that inner child that you once were, and expressing yourself the way it was. Well, my dears, I'm going to put one out there, but this might be the one that with the tower that everybody is kind of like, oh no. But in a way, I feel like this connects to a lot of this situation here. It connects because of the fact that the tower, you need to break different patterns in order to rebuild. And I feel like this tower is not broken all the way. It's just broken on the top because it needs to be rebuilt. You need to build it stronger and much more efficient in order to succeed.